Greetings and welcome to our movie in which we delve into the fascinating world of Tesla and discuss how it could skyrocket its stock price. According to well-known investor Cathie, Tesla stock is expected to soar to new heights in 2023 with the release of the much-awaited Cybertruck. Why is the Cybertruck the most significant? Development in automotive engineering over the past 50 years? According to Cathie, many Tesla investors could be able to retire in a matter of months due to the impact this engineering marvel has on the stock price. Come along as we crunch the numbers, examine delivery and manufacturing rates, and evaluate whether the Cybertruck has what it takes to send Tesla stock skyrocketing. Fasten your seatbelts. And come along for the thrilling ride as we explore the world of Tesla stock prices in 2023. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons first, though. If you are a subscriber to our channel, Cathie might be familiar to you from time to time. Renowned investor Cathie serves as the CEO of ARK Invest, a company that owns a sizable portion of Tesla. In the past, she has been an outspoken advocate for Tesla and its cutting-edge technologies. She even made the bold prediction that Tesla stock may hit $3,000 by 2025. That Cathie is optimistic about the Cybertruck's possible impact on Tesla's stock price is not surprising. Cathie expressed her interest in the Cybertruck during an interview. She said that her team has examined every viewpoint and statistic, and the outcomes have outperformed previous models by a wide margin. She also talked about the notorious tug-of-war between the F-150 and the Cybertruck. In a video that has gone viral, Elon tested Ford's most popular pickup vehicle, the F-150, against the Cybertruck. As was to be expected, Tesla's amazing engineering triumphed and the Cybertruck took first place. Cathie thinks the F-150, which has dominated the pickup market for a number of decades, will face serious competition from the Cybertruck. Thus, you would be quite interested in purchasing this Cybertruck if you're from the Midwest or reside in one of the more busy states. Cathie thinks that the technological innovation of the Cybertruck will soon lead to a rise in Tesla shares. Whether or not Tesla decides to mass produce and deploy the Cybertruck in 2023 will determine how much the stock price of Tesla is worth. This will be an unprecedented level of enthusiasm. These are the key causes of the record high price of Tesla stock, and it is anticipated that they will stay that way as long as the Cybertruck is manufactured in large quantities and orders continue to come in. Firstly, let's examine production and delivery data for 2023 and 2024 to see if the Cybertruck can really launch Tesla shares into orbit. Even though selling the Model S and Model X for $100,000 would require Tesla to reduce pricing by 10%, the company has not yet done so despite the potential $8.6 billion in sales. The Model 3 and Model Y both had average sales prices of $45,000 and $50,000, respectively, after I applied the same 10% discount to both of them. With this model, we bring in over $30 billion a year. Despite the deliberate price cut that the company carried out, Tesla was nevertheless able to turn a $15.41 billion operating profit in Q4 2022. For the Model 3, a 14% price drop in the first quarter would mean a net income of about $1.2 billion. I projected a 12% net profit for over $3.6 billion in the second quarter and an additional 12% net profit for over $6.3 billion. For the second half, I calculated an operating margin of 15%. Let us now move on to the years in which the Cybertruck actually affects the stock price. Cybertrucks eventually made a major appearance on the market in the years 2025 to 2027. Only 3,000 Cybertrucks will be produced in 2023, since it is easy to create a prototype but difficult to produce them in large quantities. If 3,000 were produced by 2023, that would make me happy. From browsing YouTube and Twitter, I discovered that the going rate is $55,000. We have a total revenue of $160 to $162 million in the first year of the Cybertruck, which is quite excellent margins. Plus, we have $55,000 to be on the safe side. Still, I think it's at least 20%, probably closer to 25 to 30%. But let's be cautious and leave it at 20% and a $55,000 rate. This forecast shows that total sales in 2023 will be over $92.5 billion and above, with an operating margin of $12. This will result in a total net income of almost $11.3 billion, which is $1 billion less than in 2022, a year marked by a recession. Those are some pretty good numbers, and adding the semi would make things much more bizarre, but we won't do that for simplicity's sake. By 2024, 50,000 Cybertrucks could be produced. Our revenue would increase significantly from $32 million to over $600 million if they could increase margins by, say, 22%. The quantity of Cybertrucks will rise by around 20 times between 2023 and 2024. As you can see, the average cost of a little car will help, but the $150,000 price tag of the semi will make it even more helpful. This pickup truck can be mass-built, unlike any other, and it will boost Tesla's earnings per share overall. By 2023, a $20 billion net income on $132 billion in sales will almost quadruple. And how will the stock prices of 2023 and 2024 differ from each other? It is anticipated that the energy industry alone would provide a 15% margin in 2023, translating into a profit of about $1 billion on $7.5 billion in revenue. I would estimate that for the last 3 quarters, Tesla's energy operating margin has been between 12 and 10%. Since the fourth quarter, or Q4, has typically seen growth of 12%, I forecast that 2023 will see growth of 15% since the current level of activity is so high that it will take everyone by surprise. When we get more data in 2023, we'll be able to determine with certainty whether the Fed has reversed direction, and at that point, the market will either be in a bull or bear phase. The rebates will be available for all 2.5 million vehicles produced in 2024, generating $150 billion in revenue and $25 billion in net profitability. It is absurd that I would anticipate $1.5 billion in revenue, a 16% profit margin that would exceed 1 to... In addition, I count on 3.2 billion shares to become 3.3 billion shares remaining outstanding. When you stand back and look at Tesla's massive plan, you'll see that it's really a complex web of money-making devices. This holds true for both the FSD and energy sides. Indeed, Cybertrucks have the ability to sell the FSD to them as well if they sell a lot more. The PE has increased to the point where it may reach $461 per share and $1.5 due to the increasing value of Cybertrucks. Trillion by the year 2024. Now let's put those figures to use. What is the number of shares required to retire early if the Cybertruck drives the stock price to $461 by 2024? According to research, a person in a nation with a high cost of living, like the United States, needs at least $4,000 a month to survive Cathie's viewpoint on the Cybertruck. Thus, to retire early, we would require $4,000 a month for the remainder of our lives. Theoretically, this might be accomplished by saving up a large amount of money and spending it gradually over a few years. It only depends on how long you intend to live. At the retirement, if that's the strategy you want to use, assume you intend to live to be approximately 80 years old and wish to retire early at age 40. If $4,000 was spent monthly, the annual cost would be $48,040 times 12, which when multiplied by 40 years would total $1,920,000. For the sake of simplicity, let's use $2 million. In the event that $2 million proves to be our lucky number, we would require 4,339 Tesla shares, which at the time of recording would have cost about $700,000. The cost might be high, but over the course of a year, that would represent more than a 2-fold return on your investment if Cybertruck's prediction comes true. I don't know about you, but I think that sounds about right. Cathie genuinely puts her money where her mouth is because she believes in this stuff. As of December 31st, 2021, ARK Invest held over 12.8 million shares of Tesla incorporated throughout its multiple investment funds, which accounted for roughly 0.7% of all outstanding shares of Tesla at that time, according to her firm's public disclosures. Since then, the ARK Innovation ETF has invested $15.7 million in 145,000 Tesla shares. That was 2 years ago. As of the time of publishing, if Cathie was confident in her actions and was continuing to accumulate Tesla stocks, perhaps you ought to follow suit. Naturally, though, you will still be the one making those choices. Thus, be sure to conduct thorough study and make prudent investment decisions. Please use the like and subscribe buttons if you enjoy this content. We appreciate your time and hope to see you in other videos.